What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out Monster Hunter Wilds on the Asus G15 Advantage. Now, I don't know what to really expect. So far, this thing seems pretty hard to run, so I'm not really expecting it to be playable with ray tracing, ultra, probably even high. This will probably be another game we'll have to run at medium, so, I mean, if I have to go all the way to medium, I might as well run through all the settings, you know? And we're definitely gonna just do FSR the whole time. This game seems to be needing some sort of upscaling no matter what. Heck, it even tries to make you turn frame gen on, but so far in everything I've tried, it crashes. So I don't know if it's just bugged for the benchmark or if I'm doing something wrong, but even on my NVIDIA, it just crashes the benchmark over and over again. So that's the only thing I can't really try. I mean, I'll try it, but I almost can guarantee it's gonna crash on here too. I always try just to make sure. I've had a couple things where only one system will do it and the rest all failed, but I'm glad I tried it on that one system, you know? Anyway, let's get into the game, shall we? Well, all right. Unfortunately, OBS did not want to cooperate with this game. It was going so good too. I figured I was gonna be able to get screen recorded gameplay for everything, but guess not. But obviously, we're gonna start at 1080p here. And that's pretty much that for this window. Obviously, I would do, you know, full screen if I could, but that's the best it can do. And then we're just going to do high instead of ultra. And I'm still going to try ray tracing on high. Then we'll just try high. And we are using upscaling. Figure just do balanced. Just what it did stop, so screw it. I think that's part of the high graphics preset anyway. So then we can go over here, check these guys all out. And then there's one more little screen here. Now normally I'd turn motion blur and depth of field off and all that stuff, but I'm not even actually playing, so screw it. I'm just gonna leave that shit on. But in any case, let's go see what it can do. Well, alright, I'm actually pretty surprised. We almost averaged 60 even with ray tracing on in high settings. So maybe if we just turn ray tracing off, you can probably average 60. But there were still spots where it dropped into the high 30s and even 40s and 50s, so it's not a constant 60 FPS average. But still, pretty playable FPS, considering we had ray tracing on and everything. But let's turn that off and see if we get any extra performance, or if it's kind of like the small form factor PC and you only get like 4 or 5 extra FPS by turning ray tracing on. So now we're just going to try turning off ray tracing, otherwise leaving the settings on just high, preset. Still, and that includes balanced FSR. And then there's a couple more pages here. And alright, with that, let's go run that bench. Well, this time we at least averaged 62 and got an excellent score, but there was still some spots where it dropped under 60, like down into the 40s and 50s. And for some, not the end of the world, but if you want 60 all the time, still not going to be able to do that on high, even with FSR helping it out. And no ray tracing hurting its performance, which it still did better than I thought with that. I think it got a 58 or something like that. So this is another situation where you only really gain a couple FPS by turning that off, it seems. Even on AMD. Interesting. But now, we'll at least test out medium and see if we can finally stay above 60 the whole time. But I have a feeling this game is too CPU intensive no matter what we do. I have a feeling in those same spots, it's always going to drop into the 40s. But I want to see. So, let's go try medium. Hell, I might even try low out. We'll see. But this game takes, or this benchmark takes like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So, I still like to get all these done for you guys before I go to bed. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to rush and make the video bad, you know? Alright, well, now let's test out low. All this stuff we're keeping the same, but I just wanted to show you guys that screen. We're going to do medium preset now, which apparently is performance upscaling. And then we've got the next page here. And the last page. And with that, let's get ourselves back to the benchmark. Well, now we got ourselves another excellent with 22,614 with an average of 66 FPS, but unfortunately, all at the same spots, we dropped to about the same 48-ish FPS. So it must just be a CPU bottleneck or something. But really quickly with the same settings, I'm just going to show you guys what the benchmark looks like so you guys can see what you think and make your own decision on if you think it does good enough versus just looking at an average score and what have you. Well, now here we go with the benchmark. And you guys can kind of see what I mean. Lots of places are more than playable. But then there's certain spots that drop to the same FPS they were dropping to at the higher settings and resolutions.
かるといいな。
見ろ。
追い風。追い風。
Like, see this area? It's doing just fine. It's not a stutter fest or anything.
何かが。
あれで近づこう。
できるのですか？
やってみる。
僕も行く。
See, this is one of the spots that drops. And then the grassy area afterwards does, I believe, as well. And then lastly, in town. And most of the time, it's not the end of the world. Let's see, like right there down to 48, 47 for a split second. Another spot that drops into the 40s. Yes, for a second here. these spots still drop too. And then this area usually does pretty good. And again, it's excellent. 22,651 and 66.33. Obviously, this is probably playable for quite a few people. I mean, I could still play like this. I wouldn't like the drops into the 40s, but I could still play and have fun. But I'm kind of curious how the rest of the computer's going to do, but I'm also curious if this is going to be about the same at 1440, or if it's going to be basically like never able to hit 60 no matter what. That's the next video, so I guess we'll find out. But let's go wrap this one up first, of course. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap from Monster Hunter Wilds benchmark, and it did okay. I would have loved for it to get 60 the whole time, but that's usually just a pipe dream on this thing and the new AAA titles anymore. But it still did better than I thought. Even with ray tracing, I was surprised. Definitely playable in almost all the settings. Didn't bother with Ultra though. I figured that one was going to be like 10 FPS, but heck, even that one, if you don't care about staying at 60, which is hard to do no matter what apparently, it'd still probably be alright. It'd probably be like dropping into the 30s here and there, but a lot of places probably 40s, 50s would be my guess from what I've seen so far. And then low would probably just look really bad, get a couple more FPS in certain spots, but then get the same 40s in the spots you were dropping before. So it's like, I don't know. Is it really worth even dropping under medium? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys to be the judge of that. But in any case, it's time for us to wrap this video up so I can go get started on the 1440p version of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.